So hi guys, mayong adlaw. Welcome to NatzMath TV. So welcome to another episode of Basic Math Review Series for us students and those who are going to take the civil service exams. So we will start with these examples. What must be multiplied to 5 raised to negative 4 to 5 raised to 2? A. 5 squared. B. 5 raised to 4. C. 5 raised to 6. D. 5 raised to 10. Now, as you have observed, this is multiplication of exponential expression. But we have to take note that what is being asked here is the number or the exponential expression that must be multiplied to 5 raised to negative 4 so that the answer will be 5 raised to 2. And since this is multiplication of exponential expression, and we have this what we call the law on power of a product. So we have if a raised to n multiplied to a raised to m, this is just equal to a raised to n plus m. So that means this law states that if we are going to multiply exponential expressions having the same base, what we need to do is just simply copy the base. In this case, we have the base a and we add the exponent. So that's why we have the exponent here n plus the exponent m. So that is a raised to n plus m. So we need to remember this rule in solving this problem. So how do we solve this problem? So the problem states that what must be multiplied to this exponential expression, which is 5 raised to negative 4. That's why we have here a question mark. So what must be multiplied to this exponential expression so that we could have an answer which is equal to 5 raised to 2. Now, so we refer to this rule. So as you can see, we have a raised to n times a raised to m. So we have to take note that the base must be equal. So since we have the base 5 here and also base 5, so therefore the number to be multiplied here should also be on base 5. So our problem is what must be the exponent of this expression so that we can have 5 raised to 2. So if we are going to multiply 5 raised to negative 4 times 5 raised to blank, so what must be this number so that when we add to negative 4, we will have positive 2. So in this case, when we multiply 5 raised to negative 4 times 5 raised to 6, so we copy the base 5 here, which is 5, and we add the exponent negative 4 here. This is negative 4 plus 6. So this is equal to 5 raised to 2 because negative 4 plus 6 is positive 2. So therefore, the number to be multiplied to 5 raised to negative 4 so that we can have an answer of 5 raised to 2 should be 5 raised to 6. Okay, let's proceed to another example. You refer to this illustration. So we have these illustrations, two intersecting lines forming vertical angles. So we have here what is the measure of angle 1. So in this illustration, we have here our angle 1 and the opposite angle measures 50 degrees. So letter A, 25 degrees. Letter B, 30 degrees. Letter C, 45 degrees. Letter D, 50 degrees. Now, since this is a vertical angles, say vertical angles. When we say vertical angles, these are angles opposite each other that is formed by two intersecting lines. So this angle is vertical to this angle, and at the same time, this angle here is also vertical to this angle. Now, according to the vertical angle theorem, vertical angles are those angles opposite each other. So we have here angle 1 and the opposite to this angle is this angle which measures 50 degrees. Again, they are formed by two intersecting lines. So these are the lines. This is our first line and this is our second line. So the measure or the angle measure of the vertical angles are congruent. So angle 1 and this angle which measures 50 degrees are called vertical angles and their measures are congruent. When we say congruent, that means the measure of the angles are equal. So therefore, if they are congruent and they are equal, so therefore, if this angle here is 50 degrees, therefore the measure of angle 1 is also 50 degrees, because according to the theorem that their angles are congruent. So the correct answer is letter D, which is 50 degrees. So whatever the measure of this angle is equal to the measure of this angle, and at the same time, whatever the measure of this angle is also equal to the measure of this angle. So our correct answer is letter D. Now let's proceed to another example. We are told to find the value of x in this equation. 3 is to 4 equals x is to 8. A 4, B 6, C 8, D 10. Now since this is a ratio and proportion, we have here 3 is to 4 equals x is to 8. So we have here the extremes and the means. We are told to find the value of the variable x here. So what we need to do is just simply multiply the extremes and multiply the means. So we have 4 times x, and the other one is 3 times 8. So when we multiply, 4 times x is 4x, then equals, when we multiply 3 times 8, that is equal to 24. And since we are going to solve for the value of x, so therefore we divide both sides of the equation by 4 to eliminate the 4 as the coefficient of x. So in this case, we can cancel out the 4 as the coefficient of x, and we divide 24 by 4. So x therefore is equal to 6. So our correct answer is letter B. Okay, so before I go, you try these examples first. What must be multiplied to 2 raised to 5 to get 2 raised to negative 2? So A, 2 raised to negative 2, B, 2 raised to negative 5, C, 2 raised to negative 7, D, 2 raised to negative 8. Number 2, refer to the illustration. What is the measure of angle A? So we have here our angle A. So we have A, 55 degrees, B, 110 degrees, C, 100 degrees, D, 60 degrees. Number 3, find the value of x in this equation. X is to 3 equals 2 is to 6. A, 18, B, 15, C, 12, and D, 9. Okay, so that's it. I hope you have learned something from this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share to your friends. So thank you and God bless.